on, guys? Welcome back to our channel where we talk all things IT. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be taking my wife's setup. We're going to turn it from this to this. In this video, I'm going to show you the process that it took for me to get there. I'm going to show you how much it cost, and I'm also going to take a look at some of the products that we chose in itself. Starting out, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this old PC case and we're going to swap it out for a new one. This PC case was so old, I am telling you, the amount of dust, the amount of stuff that I found in that case, even just the way the case worked to begin with was just not it. So this is definitely a must change. I even found a piece of cardboard stuck in the GPU. Now I don't know if that's good for cooling or not, but it hasn't blown up yet. So we're going to be taking that case, we're going to be swapping out for the new NZXT H6 Flow. Now the reason why we chose this case is one, for its airflow capabilities. This is a very good case with very good airflow. It has high performance airflow panels on each side of it. It's got a nice clear case. That's one of the biggest things we were looking for. I know the inside doesn't look too pretty right now, but in the up and coming future, we will make that look a little more pretty. This case comes with 3 fans, comes with great cable management, and it also comes with a very nice, I love it, very nice hard drive and SSD slot in the back of the case. It's a little tricky to figure out in the beginning, but once you do, beautiful. It's awesome. Now, the reason why I chose white in this case is because my wife, she wanted her aesthetic to look a little bit like white, pink, you know, kind of like how you see all those gamer girls setups on TikTok and things like that, or Pinterest even. This is where she got most of her inspiration from. So that's what I'm doing. And along with all those other reasons, one of the biggest reasons I chose this case was because it reminded me of the Y70 Touch, or the Y60 in this case, because there's no touchscreen on it. But I do love the way the Y70 Touch looks, and that is what I plan on getting for my personal setup. So this was the next best option because that one is currently out of stock, and it is a little bit expensive, and we are on a budget. So with the PC case changed, the next thing we're going to move on to is the mouse pad and mouse. Okay, these are 2 pretty small things on the desk, but aesthetic-wise, they make up most of the look. Don't believe me? Look at this. Before, she had a nice little black wavy mouse pad on it and a Logitech black mouse. Now we want to change that out for something a little more colorful, something matching her color scheme that she wants. So with that, I found a very cheap mouse pad from Temu, which is actually pretty good quality. Now, I don't advise shopping from there. This was just a one-off thing for me. One of the biggest things we want to take a look at though here is not the mouse pad itself, but the mouse that we're swapping it out with. This is the Logitech G705 wireless gaming mouse. This mouse has customizable RGB lighting settings, light speed wireless Bluetooth connectivity. It's very lightweight, coming in at about 85 grams. Now, this mouse has amazing battery life. It has up to 40 hours of gaming life. It's got 6 programmable buttons, and the color schemes, you can really change them to whatever you want it to be into your liking. I really like the customizability there, and we are going to change it to a little bit of a pink and purple color, maybe kind of alternating flow, just to match the setup a little more. Now, one of the things I want you to take a look at is the keyboard. That's the aesthetic we're going for pretty much. So everything you see on the keyboard, that's what we're going for. So kind of follow along with me here, and you can kind of see why we chose the certain colors we did and the certain products that we did. Next up, which is an important wall item, not the Nano Leafs, but the PegBoard. Now, this PegBoard is not really too much special about it. It's really easy to install. It's like a typical PegBoard. Now, one thing I do like about it is how many accessories come with it and how versatile it is. Now, these panels, they aren't specifically big, and they're not really that cheap if you're really on a budget, but PegBoards usually are expensive to begin with. This was the cheapest one that we could find. But with that being said, the quality of it is amazing. It is more of a PVC plastic sort of feel rather than metal. I'm not sure how you feel about that, but for us, it works out just fine. I like the light colors. I like the shiny aesthetic to the accessories. I don't know if you can see it that well on camera, but overall, looks pretty good. Now, with all that stuff out of the way, we can get to the most important thing and honestly the most vital part to this setup, which is the Nano Leafs. This is one of the things she wanted the most. Now, the reason why we chose these Nano Leafs, which was a little bit expensive, this is what we spent most of the money on, is because of how versatile they are. Okay, one, they look amazing, they look phenomenal. They're really easy to install, and even once you install them, you can pop them right out, change how you want them, configure them, and there's always room to add more because, like I said, you can just pop it out, add a new connection, and just put it right back. And one of the great things about this is there's an app you can use with it, which is Nano Leaf, and then you can also use it on the Apple HomeKit. So that's one of the biggest things for me. Now, on the Apple HomeKit, you can change the color, you can put it on a schedule, and you can turn it off and on. That's pretty much where your limit is on the Apple HomeKit. Now, for most, that's enough. But if you want to go beyond that, which is what I suggest, is also using the Nano Leaf app. The Apple HomeKit is easy to get to, but the Nano Leaf app gives you more customizability, such as changing each individual panel color and giving them certain flows and styles and aesthetics like that. So really, when it comes to these lights, I really suggest you using both apps. That would be the best thing to do here, hands down. And in the Nano Leafs, honestly, they are surprisingly bright. With what we have here, it lights up the whole room. There is no need for additional lighting. Now, of course, we're going to get additional lighting because it is a little bit on the dimmer side, and I like it to be kind of a little bit bright in our room. But if you just want to use that as light source, totally doable. One of the great things, like I said earlier, you can set it on a schedule. So every day at 9, if that's when you wind down, have it turn off. That's one of the great things about it that I honestly really like about it. I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for. So it was kind of worth it to go a little bit more expensive when it came to the Nano Leafs, and we got a lot more than we would with cheaper version. And one of the last but not least things to take a look at is these Temu stickers. These we did get off Temu. They're like little post-its just to put on the wall, just aesthetic wise. This really matched what she wanted. She took a lot of her inspiration from Pinterest. So I kind of just took these and just put them all over the wall. Really sporadic. But with that being said, we've got all that out of the way. Now let's take a look at the final product. You saw a sneak peek of it, but this is just a nice little quick cinematic of it. Um, Now, mind you, there is more to come. There's a lot more we need to change out, starting with probably the PC, then the monitors, and then many more to come. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for further content. And this is only part one of many, so stay tuned. Be safe.